Despite fresh clashes that erupted after the ceasefire in Syria went into effect Thursday, Russia's UN ambassador Vitaly Churkin was optimistic.
I think the initial indications that it's holding adequately.
But Syrians living abroad have their doubts.
I welcome this ceasefire any time, but I don't think it'll have a positive impact on the ground. From day one, we're already seeing a breach of the ceasefire, and this is expected.
This is something that has been designed by powerful countries. From that perspective, if God is willing, let Syrian opposition take advantage of that stance and finish the war for the sake of Syria and resolve the conflict through negotiation.
Russia had called a last-minute Security Council session to get the Council's endorsement for the ceasefire deal, brokered by Russia and Turkey. A vote is expected Saturday. The hope is that the Russia-Turkey cooperation might help pave the way for a political settlement in Syria, after previous attempts by Washington and Moscow to broker a nationwide ceasefire failed.
Our suspicion was that they were not able to separate Nusra from the so-called moderate opposition groups they have been supporting. But now it has been accomplished. Now our military have a clear understanding of who is who and who is where.
Already plans are underway to hold peace negotiations in the Kazakhstan capital of Astana in late January. UN-brokered negotiations in Geneva would follow on February 8th.
As you know, Staffan de Mistura had trouble reconvening the talks, so Russia and Turkey obviously decided to give the United Nations a hand in pushing things forward, and this is what we see happening.
While the U.S. has been out of the loop on this latest deal, the Russian ambassador said Moscow expects Washington to participate after U.S. President-elect Donald Trump takes office. Russia also hopes countries like Egypt, Kuwait, Qatar and Saudi Arabia would come on board. But regardless of which nations join in mediation efforts, one thing is clear: Russia is now taking the lead on the Syria issue. Liling, New York.